Hey Olive, it's Grandpop here at General Coffee State Park in somewhere in Georgia. I forget exactly where. We're in the lowlands of Georgia, and today I have a special treat for you. Instead of me reading you a story, guess who's here to read it? Your Aunt Lucy and your cousin Arlo. Hey Arlo, say hello, Olive.
Bye,
No,
Olive!
don't say bye. You're trying to make the balloons go. Okay, take it away, Lucy. And today she's doing On Beyond Zebra
Hey, don't say that.
by Dr. Zeus.
No.
Zeus, not Zeus,
Not
Zeus.
by Dr. Zeus.
All right, Arlo, let's tell them how the story goes, okay? On Beyond Zebra by Dr. Seuss. Yay! On Beyond Zebra. Said Conrad Cornelius O'Donnell Odell, my very young friend who is learning to spell. The A is for ape, and the B is for bear. The C is for camel, and the H is for hare. The M is for mouse, and the R is for rat. I know all the 26 letters like that. Ooh,
Is that right on the teachers?
look at that. No, look at this. Through to Z is for
Yeah.
zebra.
Your guy, the teacher.
It looks like it. I know them all well, said Conrad Cornelius O'Donnell Odell. So now I know everything anyone knows, from beginning to end, from the start to the close, because Z is as far as the alphabet goes. Yeah, this guy's pretty smart. Let's see. Then he almost fell flat on his face on the floor when I picked up the chalk and drew one letter more, a letter he never had dreamed of before. And I said, you can stop, if you want, with the Z. Because most people stop with the Z, but not me. In the places I go, there are things that I see that I never could spell if I stopped with a Z. I'm telling you this because you're one of my friends. My alphabet starts where your alphabet ends. Look at this guy. He's making up his own alphabet. What do you think about that? My alphabet starts with this letter called Yuz. It's the letter I use to spell Yuz Amatuz. You'll be sort of surprised what there is to be found once you go beyond Z and start poking around. What? What is that? Look at what he found. So, on beyond zebra, explore like Columbus, discover new letters like womb is for wumbus. My high-spouting whale who lives high on a hill and who never comes down till it's time to refill. So on beyond Z, it's high time you were shown that you really don't know all there is to be known. Look at that guy, so high up there. Then just a step further past womb is the wumbus. And there you'll find And the is for umbus. A sort of a cow with one head and one tail. But to milk this great cow, you need more than one pail. She has 98 faucets that give milk quite nicely. Perhaps 99, I forget just precisely. And boy, she is something most people don't see, because most people stop at the Z, but not me. Oh no, look at all that milk. That's a big cow. That's a big cow. I ramble, I scramble, though swamp and through and swamp, where the letters get better. I like letters like hump. There's a real handy letter. What's handy about it? You just can't spell hump a dump without it. If you stay home with zebra, you're stuck in a rut. But on beyond zebra, you're anything but. Why, I know a fine fancy letter called fuddle. I use it in spelling Miss Fuddle-dee-Duddle. And oh, what a bird of a bird of a bird. Her tail is the longest that's ever been heard of. So long and so fancy she'd be in a fix if she didn't have helpers. It takes about 6 to tag along, hoisting Miss Fuddle-dee-Duddle's wonderful tail out of muddle-dee-puddles. Look at that long, 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 long tail. Woo. And Glick is for Glicker, who lives in wild weeds and spends his time juggling fresh cinnamon seeds, which he's usually able to find in great number, expecting, of course, in the month of September, where cinnamon seeds aren't around in great number, so that month he juggles with seeds of cucumber. And N is the letter I use to spell nutches, who lives in small caves known as niches for hutches. These nutches have troubles, the bigger of which is the fact that there are many more nutches than niches. Each nutch in a niche knows that some other nutch who would like to move into his niche very much. So each nutch in a niche has to watch that small niche, or nutches who haven't got niches will snitch. Too many of these guys, huh? Then we go on to Snee, and the Snee is for Sneedle, a terrible kind of ferocious mosquito, whose humdinger stinger is sharp as a needle. Oh, yeah, this guy don't look very friendly. The Sneedle's too tough to be killed with a smack, so he has to be hunted on elephant's back. And your eyes and the elephant's have to be keen, and you have to aim fast, and you have to hit clean. And the bullet you shoot is a stale navy bean that you've dunked for 3 weeks in old sour kerosene, which is awfully hard to work. So it's easy to see why most people stop at the Z, but not me. When you go beyond zebra, who knows? There's no telling what wonderful things you might find yourself spelling. It like Quan is for quandary, who lives on a shelf in a hole in the ocean alone by himself. And he worries each day from the dawn's early light. And he worries, just worries far into the night. He just stands there and worries. He simply can't stop. Is his top side his bottom, or his bottom side top? Look at that little tiny guy worrying so much.
It's like Duncan.
Yeah, he's a mini Duncan. And Thand is for Thanders. And oh, are they sad? The big one, you see, has the smaller one, Shadow. The shadow, the small, Thander, should be his. I don't understand it, but that's how it is. A terrible mix-up in shadows. Gee whiz. Look at this mix-up. This little guy has a big shadow, and the big guy has a little shadow. And spaz is a letter I use to spell spasm. A beast who belongs to the nasm of Basm.
What about 2 o'clock?
Oh, yes. Handy for traveling.
How many has this?
Oh, gotta look at him. Handy for traveling, that's why he has 'em. more easy to pack than a suitcase or grip.
5-minute hand.
Those horns carry all that he needs on a trip. A thread and a needle for mending his socks, his toothbrush, a cup, and 2 3-handed clocks, and his velvet umbrella, his vegetable chopper,
3 o'clock.
3-handed clocks,
What
and
is it? What other one?
and also his gold-plated popcorn popper, and a grasshopper cage for his favorite grasshopper. Look, see, there's 3 hands in each clock. 3 hands in each clock.
3 hands?
That's how he needs it. Yep. And floob is for fluboober, flababoober bubs, who bounced in the water like blubbery tubs. They're no good to eat. You can't cook 'em like steaks, but they're handy in crossing small oceans and lakes. That's nice. You don't eat 'em. All right, look at this guy, so long and tall. And
Why does that guy attach it so weird?
we'll find out right now. Ooh. And Zatz is the letter I use to spell Zatzit, whose nose is so high that most nobody pats it. And patting his lonely old nose is the least that a fellow could do for his fine friendly beast. So to get there and do it, I built an invention, the 3-seater Zazzit nose padding extension. If you try to drive one, you'll certainly see why most people stop at the Z, but not me. And Jog is my letter for spelling Jogoons, who doodle around in the far desert dunes. Just doodle around, crooning very sad tunes about peppermint, peanuts, and pebbles and prunes, and paint pots and polka dots, pinheads and pigs, and their grandmothers, grandfathers, stepsisters' wigs. So you see, there's no end to the things you might know, depending how far zebra you go. I've a letter called Flun, and the Flun is for Fluno, a softish nice fellow who hides in a tunnel. He only comes out of his hole, I'm afraid, when the right kind of softish nice music is played on a kind of a hunting horn called the ogrunth. And to learn how to play, it takes month after month of practicing isn't much fun, and besides, it's quite heavy, weighs almost a ton. That's why few people bother to play the ogunneth, so the funnel's been out of his tunnel just one. And way past Z is a letter called itch. Oh, and the itch is for itchapods, animals which race around back and forth and back through the air on a very high sidewalk between here and there. They are afraid to stay there. They're afraid to stay here. They think there is too far. They think here is too near. And since here is too near and out there is too far, they are too scared to roost wheresoever they are. Very fearful bunch. There's a letter called Yuck, and the Yuck is for Gecko, who howls in an underground grotto in Gecko. These geckos love echoes, and this is their motto. For best gecko echoes, try Gecko or Grotto. Oh, the things you can find if you don't stay behind. On a world near the sun live 2 brothers called Vrooms, who, strangely enough, are built sort of like brooms. and they're stuck all alone up there high in the blue. And so, to kill time, just for something to do, each one of these fellows takes turns with the other in sweeping the dust off his world with his brother. Nice. And hi is my letter for Hi Gargaloom, for getting me places real fast. I'm all for 'em. They puff all along and their brakes never squeak, and they run every hour, every day of the week. From the town of North Nub to the town of East Ounce, making stops at West Bunglefield, Yupster, and Younst, and at Ipswich and Nipswich, and also South Bounce, and another small town that's too hard to pronounce.
Why did they put him in there?
So that's where they're moving, just going different places. Oh, look at this one. The places I took him, I tried hard to tell. Young Conrad Cornelius O'Donnell Odell. A few brand new wonderful words he might spell. I led him around and I tried hard to show there are things beyond Z that most people don't know. I took him past zebra as far as I could, and I think perhaps maybe I did him some good. Because finally he said, that is really great stuff, and I guess the old alphabet isn't enough. Now the letters he uses are something to see. Most people will still stop at the Z, but not he. Look at the beautiful letters he's making. And then it says, list of letters for people who don't stop at Z. Look at this. Yuz is for Yuzamatas. Womb is for Woombus. Is for Umbus. Humph is for Dumfer. Fuddle for Miss Fuddle-dee-Duddle. Glick is for Glicker. Nuh is for Nutches. Snee is for Sneedle. Quan is for Quandary. Thanad is for Thanander. Spaz is for Spasm. Flub is for Bob-Boober-Blubs. Zats is for Zatsit. Jog is for Joggums. Floon is for Floonal. Itch is for Itchapods. Yek is for Yecko. Room is for Rooms. Hi is for Hi Gargaloom. And what do you think we should call this one, anyhow? This is the new one his friend was drawing. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't want to make a guess what you would call this?
Faloogaloogle.
Something silly.
Faloogaloogle.
Faloogaloogle, okay.
Joy Bimboyskin.
Yeah, I'm down with the boys voices.
Okay. Well, that's what the boys have to say about it.
Hey guys, peace out.
Hope you enjoyed it all. We love you. Bye, guys.
Look at my old pie.